Hi everyone, how you doing? Good morning to you. Victoria Player here of victoriaplayer.com, helping women entrepreneurs, particularly coaches and consultants, to confidently step into their spotlight and create a unique, rewarding and thriving business doing what they love. And welcome, happy Monday to you, and welcome to the Inspired to Greatness show. Now, I'm going to give you a quick heads up. I am using some new software today, so fingers crossed it is working. So will you bear with me whilst I just check a few things to see if it's working? And by the way, if this does work, I'll happily share with you the resources. Neem Raj, hi, nice to see you. Let's just see here if it is working as it should be. Can you all hear me? Can you all see me okay? Inspired to Greatness ladies, if you are watching, please can you comment yes, because I'm trying some new software today where I am broadcasting simultaneously at more than one page. So Liz, Laura, morning, hello, how are you? Are you in the Inspired to Greatness group, ladies? Because if you are and you can see me, can you please say yes, you can see me and hear me? And anyone who is watching me at my personal page, can you say personal to let me know that you can see me at my personal page? Thank you. If you could do that, because this is new software I am testing out. I feel a bit nervous. I've done lives loads of times, but because it's a new way of doing things, I am slightly concerned it's not going to work out as I hope. So let me just refresh my page here and see if I can see myself. Thank you. Everyone's saying yes. So that's good. Oh, yes, I can see myself in the Inspired to Greatness group. And just to refresh the page here. And am I at my personal? Yes, the software is working. Ladies, those of you who know me and have been part of my Facebook challenge, one of the things I say over and over again, and I'm taking my own medicine here, is take perfectly imperfect action. And that's exactly what I've just done. You've just seen it in action. So, welcome to you all. Happy Monday to you. And welcome to the Inspired to Greatness show. And I've written here it's episode 1, but I'll let you into a quick secret. It's actually not episode 1 officially, because I first started hosting the Inspired to Greatness shows back in probably 2012. So these are like old school. I'm just bringing back the old and revamping. And the reason being, many of you know, is I am in the process of making plans to pack up here in the UK and travel indefinitely. So this is my way of connecting with you all and staying in the zone and keeping up with the conversation no matter what country I am in. So welcome everybody. Is that Naeem? Naeem? Is that how I've said it right? Naeem? Sorry, I'm not very good with names. Who else have we got? We've got Stephanie. Hello, good morning. Laura, Liz, Kirsten. Welcome everybody. I know some of you will be jumping on as we go along. As always, please do take a moment to introduce yourself. This is an opportunity for you to raise your visibility and be seen and heard. Also, feel free to chat to each other as you go along. This is like a community thing, and it is part of my Inspired to Greatness community. So if you would like to be part of a sisterhood of big thinking women who are looking to connect, inspire, succeed and support one another, and this is a proper a busy little community where real conversation is going on rather than a spammy community, then head up to the search box up here and type in Inspired to Greatness and come and join us over there. I'd love to see you there and say hello and get to know you better. But of course today we are talking about the 5 things successful women entrepreneurs do differently. And I thought this was a great topic that led on nicely from the visibility challenge I have been hosting at the Inspired to Greatness group about showing up and shine and being more visible in your business. You know, if you are someone who really is suffering from those visibility blocks and you want to break through them, then do head over there because there's a free training over there. But of course, I know a lot of you are ready to step up and play a bigger game this year. You're going for it. Many of you are already showing up, and you're proven that you're not messing around. So 5 things successful women entrepreneurs do differently. That's what we're kicking off with here today. So can you just tell me you can all hear me well? Yes? Let me hear from you. Let me know where you're listening in from. I'd love to hear what you're doing in your business. And as always, introduce yourself, chat to each other. And if you're enjoying today's content and you enjoy this, you're interested in this topic, or you know other people who'd be interested in 5 things successful women entrepreneurs do differently, then please do help me to help others by sharing this broadcast. And as some of you are already doing, just across the bottom of your screen, if you could click like, or let me know what you're thinking. If you're loving it, if you're finding it funny, then let me know, because it's easier than me having to read the comments constantly as I go through. So Sharon, hello, good morning to you. Who else have we got? Neil Mason, hello. Neil Mason, I went to school with you. Nice to see you. Laura, lovely. Right, Kat, hello, good morning, Kat. Nice to see you. Okay, let's get into this because I have a coaching call at 10:30, so I best get moving, and I'd like to be taking your questions as well. So if you've got questions or insights or ahas, do share them with me. And also, if you are someone who's a lurker, I want to hear from you too. Even if you're listening to the replay, because I do look back at all the comments and I do respond. So you will be heard. You are not invisible to me. I appreciate your attention. Stacey, hello. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Good morning. So today we are looking at 5 things successful women entrepreneurs do differently. So anyone who's in my Inspired to Greatness group will know that I'm all about busting through your visibility blocks, breaking through that fear, really expanding into the woman that you know you have the potential to be. And I know we're still at the beginning of a new year, and this is a great time to really start thinking bigger and to really follow through and do the things that you say you want to do. And so that's why I've chosen this topic. And part of it is because I'm having to be this myself. I'm having to practice what I preach. And so I guess some of this is about holding myself accountable. And you can all call me out on this if I don't. Because many of you know, like I said, I'm looking at really changing the way I'm doing things and traveling again and being a bit of a digital nomad going forward this year. And so there's a lot of things changing in my own business. And so I've been thinking about who I need to become in order to create my business in a way that supports my lifestyle choices. And if any of you know me, that is what I'm all about creating a business that is a joy and pleasure to run, rather than becoming a slave to our business, but doing it in a way that fits our lifestyle choices, that generates enough income to give us that freedom of choice. It's not always about making loads of money. It's about having enough money. If you want to make loads of money, that's fine too. But for some people, they're not so motivated by money. They're motivated by experiences. But of course, the success of our business helps to afford those choices and those different, various decisions that we would like to make. And another thing is I find it is so easy to get caught going through the motions. I'm guilty of it at times myself. This is why I'm a great advocate of journaling, to really create absolute clarity. So in every moment of every day, you are moving steadily and successfully towards the things you say you want. And so I want to share 5 things for you to consider this week. You know, it's an opportunity for you to start over and begin again. No matter how shitty last week was, we can wipe the slate clean here, clear our minds and think, right, let's go. And of course, if you want support and accountability with that, come and join us at the Inspired to Greatness community, where there's other women doing all of this stuff with you. They're on the same journey. They'll be your cheerleaders. They're going to have your back. And of course, I'm always in there to share some advice and tips and pointers. Plus, you know, it's not all about me. A lot of women have a huge amount of wisdom, a lot of experience. You know, they are experts in their own right in different parts of their, you know, business and so on. They do different things. And so whatever your situation, there is plenty of support there. Helen, good morning. Nice to see you. And Sander, is that right? Sander, I'm not very good with the names, sorry. But let me know if I said that correctly. Nice of you to join us. Thanks for being here. So let's get into it then. The first, oh, you can see I've got my son here today. Just say hello, Ethan. Hi, everyone. Mom. You can see I do run my business around my lifestyle choices, and I homeschool my son, so he's here with me at the moment. All right? Have you said hello? Mm-mm. Okay. Go and sit down then. Thank you. All right. That's my son, Ethan. Thank you. All right. So the first step I want to share with you is don't wait for one day. In terms of, you know, really stepping into being more of a successful woman entrepreneur. And, you know, I know success looks different for different people. There's no one size fits all. So whatever your version of successful is, one of the things I really find is absolutely essential is to not wait for one day. You know, one of the biggest killers for our business success and for creating the life that we would love is this story of waiting for one day. You know, because it's true, we are busy. There isn't one of us who isn't busy. There isn't one of us who is not doing 1,000,001 things each day. Our to-do list gets ever longer and longer. But the key is to really get clear, what is it you want this year? What is it that you're looking to achieve in the next, you know, 90 days, in the next 30 days, in the next week, this week, today? Because it all starts with small steps going in the right direction. But what we do is we get caught up in our to-do list. We get caught up in our story of busyness. And it's not to say that you're not busy, but we need to cut through that in order to get to where we want to go. So don't allow yourself to get caught in this story of, oh, one day I'll do that. You know, for me it was, oh, one day soon I'll get off traveling. You know, we have to create this stuff. We need to decide what we want and start to move towards it and create the plan for that to happen. Because you know how it is. One day becomes months, weeks, years down the line. You know, we can start to reach old age and that one day never came. It sort of gets filed at the back of our minds and starts to gather dust and never comes to fruition because we're always going through the motions. We're always battling our to-do list. Whereas if you start to keep that thing you want at the front of your awareness and do the things that are going to move you towards that first, you're going to be really elevating yourself forward and creating the success you desire, and whatever that looks like for you. Everyone's saying cute, cute baby, cute. My son's cute. He can hear me, so he'll like that. Next up is to take a no excuses approach to your business success. Again, this is about the stories we tell ourselves. You know, women who are successful, they take a no excuses approach. They decide what they want. They sort of put their stake in the ground and say, that is what I'm going for and nothing is going to stop me. And it's true, stuff comes up, you know, it is a work in progress. It's, you know, the journey is full of ebbs and flows. There's lots of ups and downs. We stop and we start. but we must keep going forward, even if it's a small step at a time. Robin, hello. Nice of you to join us. And Helen, welcome. I've not met you ladies before. And Patsy, hello. Nice to see you here. Please do feel free to introduce yourself. We'd love to get to know you and hear more about you and your business and what you're up to. We're talking about 5 things successful women entrepreneurs do differently, and we'll be meeting every Monday at 10 a.m. if you'd like to join us again. So yeah, taking a no excuses approach to business success, because the key with this is to remember that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. And that's all you have to do. Take the first step. And once you take the first step forward, you'll create a shift in awareness. You see the world from a different perspective, from a different vantage point, because you're another step forward. Then the next piece of the equation will come in. But it never will if you stay right here. You've got to be stepping forward in order to get the next piece of the plan. And so no matter what comes up, understand that it's normal for the shit to hit the fan, for there to be ups and downs, and to have these stops and starts, and often when we start to step out of our comfort zone, seemingly bad stuff does happen. The cat will die, your boiler will break, the money will dry up, something will happen to get you on the back foot, to give you every reason to stop. But the difference with a successful woman entrepreneur is she moves through it anyway. Even if she moves through it slowly, she's still stepping forward. Next up, the third thing that a successful woman entrepreneur will do differently is that she gets 100% clear on her musts. So this is tying in with some of what we've already said, making things a non-negotiable. What are the things this year that are going to be a non-negotiable for you? What is it that absolutely must happen for you this year? Let's fast forward to December, the end of December, because this is the time when we start to reflect on the year ahead. What is it that you feel you absolutely have to have achieved to make this feel like it's a well-lived year? And I'd be interested, post in the comments, what are your answers to this? When I ask, for point number 1, don't wait for one day. What is the one thing you're saying to yourself? Oh, I'll wait. I'll do that next week, or I'll do that in 6 months. When I've done this, I'll do that. This is another killer, isn't it, for women? When I have this, I'll do that. Or when this happens, I'll do that. Where all the when ifs come in. So for the step 1, tell me in the comments below. I want to hear from you. Let's get some accountability going on. Waiting for one day. What's the one thing you're waiting for? You're telling yourself, I'm going to wait that for one day. I'm going to wait till that happens. Then I'll do this. What's that one thing? What's the one thing that you need to take a no excuses approach upon? Post it in the comments. Let's hear what you're saying. Please stop shaking the table, baby. Yes, eat it. But please stop shaking the table. My son is begging me to eat some pudding, some jelly.
Jelly Willy!
Okay. Excuse me. So what is the one thing that you need to take a no excuses approach upon? And I'd love to hear the things that you need to make your musts. What is it that needs to happen here? Just share a couple. And then start to take action upon them. Because this is the difference between a woman who is just going through the motions and a woman who's creating success in her business and life on a day-by-day basis. And it's true, we don't build Rome in a day. But my idea of success is so long as you are moving forward and you are working steadily towards the things you say you want, then you are creating success, because sometimes things do take a little longer. Sometimes you have to put the foundations in place before you get to experience the results, but it all counts. Every single step is worth celebrating. So what are those musts? What are those non-negotiables? And then action them. Get it in your calendar. Create a plan for it to happen. Take the musts into definites. Sharon is saying, must create a regular income, not necessarily a huge one, but something regular. What else have we got here? Giving myself permission. Yes, that's a big one. That's such a great one. That's one of the biggest learning curves for me. You know, this is what I was saying in my Facebook training over at the Inspired to Greatness group. You know, we must give ourselves permission to step into our greatness, because if we're waiting, then you're going to be waiting a long time, because nobody is going to come along and magically give you that permission. You know, we're not in a job anymore where we have a boss that pats us on the back and says, oh, you're doing well, you can go for that promotion now. You know, there is no ladder climbing in entrepreneurship. We choose when we get to jump. We choose when we get to elevate ourselves. We choose when we get to take that promotional step. We're the ones that say, you can have the permission now. So just decide in this moment, I give myself permission. I'm at a new year. I'm going for it. I give myself permission to step into what I want, because no one else is going to do that for you. And if you're waiting, it's never going to happen. No one's going to, you know, there's no fairy godmother that's going to suddenly come down with a wand and go, I now grant you permission to do it. And I now grant you. It's so true, Marion. And we all do it. I've done it myself. So great insight there. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else having that problem? Waiting to give themselves permission, because actually this is a sneaky way that we hide out. It's a very sophisticated form of hiding, and that keeps us stuck, that keeps us invisible, and it keeps us going nowhere fast. And I know if you're watching this, if you're part of the Inspired to Greatness community, then that's definitely not what you want this year. All right, so step number 4 is that, in terms of the 5 things successful women entrepreneurs do differently, is to keep very clear business boundaries. So what do I mean by this? This is the plague of the woman entrepreneur. This is knowing where your limits are. This is about knowing when to say no, when to say enough, when to say get someone else to do it, when to stop serving. Because what we do as women entrepreneurs, we're natural givers. You know, we take care of home, we take care of family, we take care of elderly parents. We're nurturers. And it's not to say that men aren't like that too, because there's a lot of men that are. But historically, that has been the traditional feminine role. However, we need to reconsider what our role is as women entrepreneurs, because there's no question that this journey, setting up and running a business and actually have it being profitable and successful, it's not an easy task. It is fraught with a lot of ups and downs. It's a very emotional journey. It's the greatest self-development program you'll ever put yourself through. It can be very scary at times. We're required to step absolutely out of our comfort zone all of the time, and it can be hard work, because sometimes it doesn't work, and it requires that we fall and get up and fall and get up, and that requires a lot of resilience, because that's where the growth comes, by keeping on with the keeping on. But within that, what I find is women are still playing the traditional feminine role, and it's not that we should ever sideline our children or our relationships, but there is, you know, we have to remember, we often feel, and I've spoken about this before, we often feel that we've created our independence, but actually in a lot of instances we haven't at all. We're just taking on more shit and wondering why we're exhausted and burnt out and overwhelmed and actually not very happy. And so, I believe that we should be able to have what we want, and we should be able to have our independence, but not at the cost of our own well-being. A hands up, show me some emojis, or, either tap on the screen, like, or let me know what you're thinking about this, or give me, use some emoji. What do you think of this? Are any of you on board with this? Because being clear on your business boundaries is being able to say, yes, I deserve to earn more or to raise my prices and fees and not be apologetic about it. It can be, being able to say no and not feel that you're doing someone an injustice, because we only have a certain amount of energy and the same 24 hours in a day as everyone else. And if we just keep saying yes to everything and supporting everyone and showing up for everything, we're left with nothing. We cannot give from an empty well. And that's what I see so many women are doing. Sorry if my screen is, my video is shaking a bit. My son's rocking the table.
Making jelly.
So yeah, be very clear on your boundaries. The same with clients. What do you accept from clients? Things like paying on time, showing up on time, not cancelling at the last minute. One of my boundaries with my clients is that they actually do the work. I'm not for them if they're not willing to do the work to get results, because I'm a results girl. And of course, it ruins my reputation if people don't get results. So my boundary with my clients is, you follow the coaching, you do the work. Obviously, I don't make people do things that would totally be out of alignment with the ethos of their business or their natural styles and characteristics. But I'm very, very clear on that. I don't know. Can you think of any boundaries within your business, or that you've seen other people where you thought that, oh my goodness, they really need to say no to that, or get some sturdy boundaries about that? Can you think of any others, ladies? What other ones are there? Post them in the comments below. And then the final one for today is to be the woman. The difference between successful women is they make the decision that they're going to be the woman that they need to be in order to be successful now, in this moment, not sometime down the line. So this ties into the one day thing. Oh, I'll be like that when I'm more successful, or I'll be like that when I'm more experienced. For me in my business, things changed for me overnight when I decided that I was going to stop struggling and that I was just going to do it, and stop getting hooked up in my stories and start acting like, being, speaking like, showing up, dressing like, I started to embody being the successful woman that I wanted to be now, rather than waiting. And so every time a story of mine came up to stop me, I would stop and say, okay, that's not going to get me to where I want to go. If I was being the woman who lived my dream life, what would I say now? How would I show up now? How visible would I be? How would I approach this situation? So that's a great question to ask yourself in order to move yourself successfully forward. So let's just summarize 5 things successful women entrepreneurs do differently. Number 1, and if someone would like to summarize for me, that would be fabulous in the comments below, so that other people who are watching this get to benefit. So the first one was, don't wait for one day. The second one was to take a no excuses approach to your business success. The third was to get clear on your musts and then take action on them. The fourth was to be very clear on your business boundaries. And the fifth was to start being the woman who runs a successful business, or who lives your dream life, whatever that looks like for you, in this moment. All right, so I hope that has brought you some inspiration today and given you something to get you fired up and motivated for success in the week ahead. Let me have a look at your little comments here. in fact, I've got my new software. Let me see if I can see your comments on this new software. And I will tell you what I'm using if it all works as planned. Let's have a look. So, and also, ladies, do you have any questions about what we've...
Hey there, we're excited.
Oh dear, there's something I've still got to set up. So I'll look on here. Ethan, I'll talk to you in a minute, babe. No, you can't open it. My son's asking me questions as we go. So what have we got here? Helen, good morning. Sabrine, nice to see you. Hi, just joining. Sharon, I love that you're all chatting to one another. Linda, welcome. Who else have we got here? Jan, hello. Laura, becoming a digital nomad. Yes, we're singing off the same song sheet for that one, aren't we? Laura, looking forward to seeing you in Bali. Eaton, no is the answer. Thank you. See, I'm doing some firm boundaries right there in practice. Live on camera, I'm practicing what I preach. How to increase my income. So you're in the right place for that one. Come over and join us at the Inspired to Greatness community if you're looking to increase your income. Linda says creating a workable structure. Absolutely, because I know a lot of women entrepreneurs really struggle with it. You know, they're stuck in their busyness, and actually they struggle with structures. The idea of getting away from being in their creative flow and creating structures, you know, they don't like that idea. But actually, once the structures are done, they will support you. So it is worth putting them down in the first place. That's something I talk about a lot with my clients. What else? Sharon says there's something I've been working on too, Linda. Lisa, I have some must nots fitting clients in when I don't want to. Exactly. This is something we've been working on together, haven't we, Liz? And in fact, we'll probably be talking about it on our coaching call in just a moment. I best go, actually. It's past. Elif, hello. Emma Ward, hello. Nice to see you. Working on individual balance. Right, we've got some great comments here. So I'm going to come back because I've got to jump off and get on my coaching call now. But listen, ladies, thank you so much for joining me today. We will be going live here every Monday at 10 a.m. I'll come back and read your comments. If you're watching to the replay, please do comment and introduce yourself, because I will be looking at those too. Any lurkers, say hello. Other than that, I'll look forward to seeing you next Monday at 10 a.m. And if you'd like to be part of the Inspired to Greatness community, then type Inspired to Greatness in the search box up here. Come find the group and come join us and get some support and inspiration throughout the coming week. Take care, everyone. This is Victoria Player signing out. Bye for now.